What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is a low-impact cardio and standing abs workout.
There's no equipment required for today's routine,
But you may want to have a pair of light hand weights or water bottles for some added resistance.
You can follow along with me for the standard moves.
And you can follow me for the easier modifications, which are particularly important for me because I'm pregnant.
Today's routine is going to be broken up into 4 parts. In part 1, we're getting started with the warm-up.
Part 2 is the low-impact cardio workout.
And in part 3, we're going to work your core without ever getting down on the floor.
And part 4 is a cool down.
If you're ready to go, let's begin. We're going to begin today's routine with a warm-up. Our first move is specifically going to warm up our back and our shoulders. It's called a high-low rope pull. So feet are shoulder width apart, little bend in our knees. I'm going to reach up with my right arm. I'm going to grab that imaginary rope, pull it down from my elbow. Left arm, grab that rope, pull it down. Now I'm going to grab my low rope, pull, pull. So it's 4 pulls. 1 pull, 2, 3, 4. So it almost gets into a little dance sequence here. And on every one of your pulls, I want you to get a nice full range of motion where you're really reaching out and extending, feeling that back stretch. And then when you pull, we are pulling back from our elbow. So it's almost like you have a string attached to that elbow and you're pulling back on that string. Breathing throughout. And when we get to that low pull, a little bend in your knees, sitting back, warming up our legs at the same time. And this is our warm up. So we're moving at a pace. It's going to get our heart rates up, but not a crazy pace. We'll save that for the actual workout. This one's warming up your back, your shoulders, little chest, even your legs and core getting involved here. Let's do this one for 10 more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. All right, next up, we're gonna do an opposite side toe touch. Let's start by getting those feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Arms are straight up overhead. I'm gonna bend my knees, hinge at my hips, take my right hand. I'm gonna bring mine all the way down to my left toe and back up.
And I'm going to come down and touch my knee.
So you decide which depth is appropriate for you. Maybe coming all the way down to the floor is appropriate. Maybe the knee is appropriate. Maybe somewhere in between, like your shin is appropriate. But I want you to hinge at those hips, pushing that butt back, getting a stretch in your hamstrings and glutes on this one. This one is a nice dynamic warm up for that posterior chain, which is a fancy way of saying that whole backside, hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. We're not rounding at our back here. And we are breathing. The purpose of today's warm-up is to elevate your overall body temperature and get your heart rate up. And you'll notice these are also some sneaky mobility, flexibility drills. Let's do this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. All right, one more here in our warm-up. We're gonna move on to a march in place. So I'm gonna take my opposite arm and leg. Left arm comes up, right knee comes up. and alternate. Nice, light, soft ground touches.
Not a race, just a warm-up.
Elbows are at a 90-degree angle. And you bring up your knees as high as you feel comfortable doing so. If you feel comfortable getting that thigh or quad all the way up until it's parallel to the floor, that's great. If you feel more comfortable with it lower, that's cool too. We're gonna encourage you throughout today's routine to make this workout work for you. No two bodies are the same, and nobody knows your body better than you do. So we encourage you to modify it to work for you. We want to stay healthy so we can come back and do it again, right, Claudia?
That's right.
Getting that heart rate up. Not much left here. Making sure those arms are working. Opposite arm and leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's it.
That's it.
All right, you ready, Claudia?
I'm ready.
You ready out there, HASfit tribe? Let's move into our low impact cardio workout. So a few of these moves today are not only going to work our bodies, but our brain a little bit at the same time.
Yes, they
which
are.
we learned during rehearsal. So this next move or first move is one of those moves. It's called a cross body punch. We're going to give you a few different variations here. So my variation is a little more dynamic. I'm going to perform almost like a lateral juke where I'm stepping out and I'm switching my middle foot.
I started with my feet together, and as I go side to side, if I step out with my left, I'm gonna punch with my right. Come back to the middle, step out with my right, punch with my left. And then you'll just get into a nice little rhythm with it.
So we're doing very similar moves. Mine's a little more dynamic because I'm actually having a little bit of a jump hop step here in between. You decide if you feel more comfortable with my variation or if you feel more comfortable always having both feet on the ground. So again, you decide what's right for you. And don't feel like any of these moves today have to be perfect. We're not perfect, you're gonna see that. But what's important is that you give it your all and you keep showing up, keep putting in that work, and every day you'll get a little closer to your goals.
Remember to breathe throughout the movement, exhale as you punch.
This one's working your shoulders, your back, your chest, abs, and your lower body. Nice little total body move. And of course your brain too, right? You probably already found that out.
Gotta really think about these moves as you're performing them.
We're doing this one for 10 more seconds. Almost there, come on. You got it. For 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. This next one's gonna be an overhead arm swing plus 2 step backs, and I'm gonna add a lunge on my third one, you'll see. So we're gonna start with our feet together, hands are at our side. I'm gonna step back with my right leg, both straight arms come up, return back down. Now left leg steps back, return. Claudia's gonna keep that up. On my third one, I'm gonna drop down into a reverse lunge. So I'm going 1, 2, on the third one. Drop down till both knees are at a 90. And again, you'll notice on Claudia's variation, she's skipping the reverse lunge. You decide which one of these is best for you today. Keeping those arms straight, full overhead extension.
Yep, bringing those biceps by our ears.
And if you are doing that reverse lunge, we're trying to drop until both knees get to a 90, but we're not bouncing that back knee off the floor. This one's gonna work your lats, your shoulders, your quads, your glutes, hamstrings, all of the above here. Another one of those moves, working that mind-body connection. Very good. And we don't have much left. Let's do this one for 10 more seconds. Making sure to breathe, don't hold that breath. For 3, 2, 1, 0. Next up, we have a high-low punch for you. We're gonna start with our feet together, hands are at my chin. I'm gonna punch 1, 2 high, 1, 2. Now I'm gonna squat back and punch 1, 2, low, high, low. What's different about yours, Claudia?
Mine is, I'm not squatting to the depth that Coach Kozak is squatting. So pick a squat depth that feels comfortable to you, where you're keeping good form.
That's it. You decide how much you want to get your legs involved in this one. I'm gonna really almost perform a full squat on every one, where I'm sitting back, weight in my hips, keeping my feet flat. Or Pilates is more like a quarter squat.
But don't get it twisted. On the quarter squats, you're still gonna feel that burn in your quad.
That's it. We don't have, her version isn't easy, it's easier, if you will, right? Both of these versions, you're gonna get a great workout today. Making sure to breathe. This one's working your chest, your shoulders, your whole lower body, and your abs. Again, a lot of compound moves today. Working multiple muscle groups at the same time. Only have 10 more seconds here. Fighting to the end, folks. Let's go. You're a fighter, not a quitter. Let's see it right here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice work. Up next, we have an upper lower body combo move for you. It is an arm crossover plus butt kick. Let's start with both arms out at her side. I'm gonna cross my arms over and simultaneously bring my right heel to my glute. Arms go back, left leg. So alternating between right and left legs on this one. And ideally, we're changing up which arm is on top on that arm crossover. Big stretch with our chest, getting our back involved, and then bringing that heel as far back to your glutes as you can. This one's working our quadriceps, our hamstrings, glutes, shoulders, chest, back, all at the same time here. Maybe a little mind-body connection, right?
Oh, totally.
Both working at the same time. Everything has to work together to make this one happen.
As you get used to the movement, maybe pick up the pace a little bit.
That's it. If you're feeling good, here comes a little dance move. Not that I know anything about dance moves. You can ask my wife. She'll tell you how good my dance moves are. How good are Coach Kozak's dance moves, Claudia? Silence is deafening, y'all.
I'm just gonna say no comment on that one.
Let's just say I'm a little better at exercise than I am at dancing.
Yeah, I mean, kickboxing rhythm, you got it.
Right?
Dancing rhythm,
Not so much.
Not
which is
so
why
much.
you will never see a Coach Kozak
Zumba video.
Zumba video. And if you did, it would be comedy. We have 10 more seconds left on this one, everybody. Making sure to breathe. Don't hold that breath. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, so this is the first one for today that we're gonna pick up our hand weights. Again, you can pick up your hand weights on really any of these moves today. The first one we're gonna do so. Mine are a little bit heavier. Claudia, what do you have?
Got me some water bottles here.
Next up, we're moving into a dumbbell curl plus a run in place. So those palms stay up, just hinging at our elbows, getting those biceps going. And then nice light ground touches, bringing the feet just up off the ground. And then it's hot feet time. Getting as many little soft ground touches in as you can, keeping good posture. And again, both upper body and lower body all working here. If you have neighbors underneath you, we don't want them to hear you. So again, pretend you're a bouncy ball and not a rock.
That's right.
Returning that energy back into the floor. This one's gonna work your calves, hamstrings, quadriceps, forearms, biceps, all at the same time. Come on, pushing yourself right here.
Remembering to breathe through the movement.
That's it, no holding your breath. We're gonna keep reminding you that because it's so very important.
And it's so very easy to do.
I know, it's so easy to forget, that is.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. All right, here we go. As many as you can. Last 10 seconds. Let's go, HASfit Tribe. How many can you get? Push it, push it.
Run it out, run it out. Let's go.
Dig deep for 3, 2, 1. All right, we are gonna set our hand weights down for this one. A couple different variations. I'm going to do a squat plus power clap.
I'm gonna do a squat plus a low kick.
So both of us have our feet shoulder width apart, breaking at our hips, sitting back. So there's our squat. And as I stand up, I'm gonna bring my knee up and clap under that leg.
And I'm gonna do a low kick with my right leg, squat down, low kick with my left leg, and switch.
So whichever of these two moves you feel more comfortable with. Mine's definitely a little more dynamic, still low impact, but definitely requires a little more effort.
And of course, we want you to maintain a squat depth that you are comfortable with that helps you maintain good form.
making sure on that squat that we're keeping our balance through our midfoot. You're not falling back onto your heels, and you're not falling forward onto your toes.
So as if you're, sorry,
go ahead. No. So as if you're
just sitting down into a chair.
That's it.
So if you're here, that's fine. Do what you can.
Making sure to breathe. On this one, we want to inhale on the way down and then exhale as we come up, and we're starting to feel those legs.
Oh my goodness.
It's working. We're feeling it too. Last 10 seconds. You got it. Keep pushing the pace. Moving at that pace, it's going to challenge you.
Woo.
For 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent job. Next up, we have a seesaw row. And if you're using hand weights, now's the time to pick them up. This one's definitely a little extra intensity with some extra resistance. Feet shoulder width apart, little bend in our knees. We're bending over on a 45-degree angle, back is straight. I'm gonna pull back from my right elbow, and then as I extend my right arm back down, my left pulls. So right, left, alternating pulls. Back is straight throughout. Don't round it. Keep those shoulders retracted. Nice base in your legs. And we're pulling back as fast as we can. This one's all about speed. Again, maybe some light resistance. It's not a strength workout though, so we don't want heavy resistance. This one's gonna work your shoulders, your upper back, even your legs, just to maintain this position, and your core.
Remembering to breathe throughout the entire movement. Get a nice little rhythm going. Ooh, keep your core nice and engaged. That will help you maintain good posture in your back as well.
And your head stays in line with your spine, so you shouldn't have that neck cranked up looking at the screen. Once you get it, keep a nice straight line from your head all the way down your back. That's it, getting as many as you can right here. And again, don't feel like you have to keep up with Claudia and I. You are not in competition with us. You are in competition with yourself, trying to get a little bit better every day. That's the name of the game. 10 more seconds here. So close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Let's give those a break. No hand weights needed for the next one. We're moving into what's called a rainbow skater. So I'm gonna start with my feet together. I'm gonna step to my right, big step. Arms are gonna come up overhead. Left foot comes behind. Now step to my left. Right foot comes behind. So I'm coming right to left. So gliding through. And your arms create this nice circular rainbow, right? That's where the rainbow skater comes in. It's a little flow here. And to be completely honest, everybody's is probably gonna look a little bit different. It's a great lateral move, very functional move. We need to practice being able to move side to side, not just forward and back, because that's what our everyday life demands of us. So you're gonna notice a lot of functional moves in today's routine. Not just moves that are gonna get us in good physical condition, but ones that are gonna help us kick butt at life too. That's it, come on. One and the next here. This one's working our shoulders, our chest, back, abs, calves, quadriceps. A little bit of everything getting hit here.
Our rhythm.
And rhythm. Well, maybe yours, not so much mine. I think I'm beyond that point of help. Not much left. Let's go. 10 more seconds, tribe. How many can you get right here? Pushing yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
We are both going to pick up our light hand weights for this next one. We are going to do a step back and punch. Let's start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to bring our hands up by our chin in that rack position. I'm going to step back with my right leg and at the same time punch with my right. Step back with my left, punch with my left. You got it here.
That's it.
Again, you decide if the extra resistance is appropriate for you. If your shoulders are already on fire, hey, just a body weight punch is probably great for you. You decide which is best. We're stepping back, keeping a nice bend in both knees. Don't want to lock out either leg. Nice and dynamic here. Again, getting that heart rate up.
Moving at a pace that's comfortable for you.
That's it. Come on, one into the next, tribe. You got it. Pushing through, starting to burn a little bit. We're starting to feel it.
My shoulders are feeling it. Goodness. Whew.
We're gonna get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Keep moving. Let's go.
That's where that improvement's gonna come from. That's where our results are gonna come from. I want you to think about what it is that brought you here today. What is it? What's that why? You know, it's that time of the workout Coach Kozak reminds you. Why are we here? Why are we working so hard? Don't let yourself forget. You have goals. You have things you're working towards. Maybe you're trying to lose weight, get stronger, get more fit. Maybe you want to be able to pick up your kids or grandkids without throwing out your back. Whatever it is, everybody's different. Latch on to that why and do not forget it throughout this routine. You have 10 more seconds. That's it, tribe. Come on.
That's it. 10 seconds.
For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice job. If you are using your hand weights for that last one, we're not going to need them for this one, so go ahead and set them back down. We got a little footwork drill for you here. We're going to perform a side shuffle. Really, our moves are very similar to the same, just the intensity with which they are performed. I'm going to sit back, weighting my hips, and bringing my right foot to my left, stepping out. And then my left foot to my right and stepping out. Side to side here, I'm going to perform mine a little more dynamically, a little faster.
I don't have too much of a bounce in mine. I'm just kind of replacing my foot, going over 1, 2, 3, and then back 1, 2, 3, or whatever space allows for where you're working out.
Whichever variation you choose, make sure that you're not clicking your feet together and make sure that you're not crossing them over either. We don't want to get tripped up. Sitting back with your weight in your hips, maintaining a bend in your knees. You don't want to lock out your legs on this one. And again, working on that lateral movement. Concentrate throughout. We don't want to lose our balance. And as always, moving at a pace that you feel comfortable with, that's going to push you to your goals, but not so crazy where we're risking injury. Not much left here. I know it's a tough one. Last 10 seconds. Channeling that inner ball player inside you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, little upper body compound move coming at you next with a ladder climb. Feet are shoulder width apart to start. I'm gonna reach up with my right arm and bring my left knee up at the same time. Now, right knee comes up, left arm. So it's like I'm climbing a ladder. Oh, now the name makes sense.
And for mine, just bring your knee up as high as you can to the best of your physical ability. So it doesn't have to be super high like Coach Kozak's, it doesn't have to be super fast. We just want you to keep moving.
So again, make this one work for you out there. This one's gonna work your calves, your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, shoulders, chest, back, and abs. Again, great compound move for you here. And again, this part of the workout, or this far into the workout, when we're starting to get fatigued, this is a tough workout. You're not alone. We're feeling it as well. So you're doing the best you can to just keep moving. And if it's hard for you at this point in time to keep moving, don't get down on yourself. We're gonna show up, keep showing up, and keep getting better. And don't forget, every winner was once a beginner. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and no one has ever started at the top.
That's right.
So we're climbing that ladder to success right here. And I don't care how corny that sounds, because it is true. We're putting in the work, and we're gonna get those results. Breathe with me now. Last 10 seconds, tribe. So close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now I'm gonna pick up some hand weights for this one.
I'm gonna use no weights at all, just my body weight.
This one's called a skier swing. We're gonna work that backside posterior, little bend in our knees, breaking at our hips. I'm gonna throw my hands back stay straight, and then I'm gonna stand up big and tall, and I'm gonna squeeze my glutes up at the top. Back stays straight here. Push my hips back, my glutes back, almost like I'm trying to touch my glutes to that wall behind me. And don't turn this into a squat. Notice how both Claudia and I started with a little bend in our knees, and then we maintained that same bend throughout the move. Back stays straight throughout, no rounding on this one. And while your arms are going back and forth, I like to say that your arms are along for the ride. So really it's a momentum and power from your lower body, your hips, lower back, that's forcing those arms to move. So stretch those glutes and hamstrings in the back, and then squeeze them, contract them. Up at the top, make sure they're engaging.
We want to inhale on the swing back and exhale as we bring our hips up. Making sure not to hyperextend our lower back up here either. You just want to stop right here and then return back into the hinge.
That's a great point. We want to stand straight up, but that's it. We're not going to keep going after that. Last 10 seconds. Head stays in line with that spine.
Come on, tribe. Push through.
For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. All right, I'm going to set my hand weights down here. We have a couple different jumping jack modifications for you, but this is a low impact workout, so no jumping. Starting with our feet together, hands at our side. I'm going to bring my arms up, my right straight leg comes out, and I'm going to return, then left leg.
And you notice I'm just going to do a toe tap. Toe tap to my right and to my left.
So not a big difference between the two, except that my variation is going to require a little more balance and stability. So really, again, depends on you, your fitness level, balance level, all those good things, how you're feeling right now in the workout. And that's okay to move back and forth between my variation and Claudia's variations throughout the workout. In fact, it's encouraged.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
So we're gonna call this an a la carte workout. You choose what works for you. Maintaining a little bend and that stable leg.
Right, you don't ever want to lock those legs out.
Feeling at my shoulders here. Also in those adductors as we bring a leg up, working those glutes. 10 more seconds on this one. Right to the very end, tribe. We're feeling it too.
That's right, not much left.
Notice I almost lost my balance there. We're not perfect either. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Oh, goodness.
Next up, we have an opposite knee to elbow or opposite elbow to knee. Feet are shoulder width apart. We're gonna start with your hands on your head. I'm gonna bring my right elbow to my left knee, return back down, left elbow to right knee, return back down. How does your variation differ, Claudia?
Well, as you notice, I am bringing my knee up, but I'm not doing it to the point where I'm touching my knee and my elbow. So I'm basically just rotating my upper body while bringing my knees up.
So again, at this point in the workout, maybe you're fatigued and bringing that knee up halfway is all you got. Or maybe you're feeling good and you want to push it right to the very end and you want to get it. You decide which of those is right for you right now. Come on, not much left. Let's go another 20 seconds of this move.
Oh, goodness, let's go.
That's it, working that core specifically on this one. Great rotational movement. 10 seconds, it's flying by. Every rep is getting us just that much closer to our goals. For 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent job. We're going to begin with a straight leg kick and chop. And while there are no weights required, both of us are going to grab onto our light hand weights for some extra resistance. You can decide if that's appropriate for you today. We're not going to count any repetitions, so we're just going to get as many reps in as we can in the allotted time. So starting with our feet shoulder width apart, we're both grabbing our hand weight on either side, starting with it overhead. Now I'm going to bring my right straight leg up and at the same time chop down into that leg. Back up, return, and then left leg.
Whew.
You decide how high is appropriate for you to bring that straight leg.
And unfortunately for me right now, my kicks aren't as high. Just pardon my pregnant belly here, but do the best that you can and bring your leg as high as you can for this chop.
Whether it's a pregnant belly, flexibility, or stability, challenges,
That
whatever
too.
your reason.
Check, check, and check for all for me.
Whatever your reason, we're going to encourage you to make today's workout work for you, so you bring that leg as high as you feel appropriate. So every time we're crunching into those abs, using those abs to bring that leg up and crunch that upper body down. Not much left here. Let's go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So no hand weight for this next one. We're going to perform a split stance, elbow to knee. Whew, I got it out.
You got it.
Feet are shoulder width apart. Split stance, right leg is back. Hands are on our head. I'm going to bring left elbow to right knee and return. So you're getting as many reps in as you can. And maybe you can bring that knee all the way to your elbow. Or maybe you just want to perform that twisting motion, but not getting quite fully that elbow to the knee.
Do the best that you can and exhale as you bring that knee to your elbow.
But we are going to geez, I'm having trouble speaking right now. We are going to keep the pace up. There it is. Keep the breathing going. Don't hold your breath. Return back to center in between every repetition. Keeping a nice soft bend in both knees. Don't want to lock out your legs. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side. So switch legs and let's bring that opposite side knee up. Again, as we twist into it. This one is, yes, working your core, but working your legs and shoulders a little bit. A lot of functional moves coming at you today. Working for multiple planes, working all of your abdominals, all without moving to the floor. Gonna burn some calories along the way as well, keeping that heart rate up. We got 10 more seconds on this side. Let's keep that pace up.
Come on. Bring
That's
that
it.
knee up.
And 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Next up, we have a single leg knee raise, starting with our feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna bring my left arm back, right arm up. So now, right knee up, back down. Right knee up, back down. So it's almost like a march in place, but you'll notice we're all on that one side to start. So I want you to engage that core, use those abs to draw that knee up. And then those opposite moving arms are gonna torque. And that's how we're gonna get that transverse abdominis engaged as well, which is that deep inner core muscle. Let's smile and breathe here, folks.
That's right.
Coming at you hard and fast for this standing abs routine. That's it, keep the oxygen flowing for 3, 2, 1. All right, same move, opposite side now. So my right arm is back, my left knee is gonna come up. There it is. So today's workout, you didn't know you're gonna get a mental workout at the same time.
Well, thank you so much for your strong descriptive words, because if not, I'd be lost.
Oh, I'm trying my best over here. Using those ab muscles, all that knee up, and maybe you can bring it up as high as I am. Maybe you're somewhere different. Again, encouraging to do the best that you can. Nobody knows your body better than you do.
Maybe you'll get a little better as time goes on.
That's it.
Through this workout.
It's all about showing up, putting in the work, and improving with each workout. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right.
Oh, goodness.
We are going to grab our light hand weights for this next one. This one's specifically going to target our obliques. You all right over there?
Yes, sorry.
Feet are shoulder width apart. This is called a bent over oblique rotation. We're going to bend over in a 45-degree angle. Arms are straight. Now, with my right arm, I'm going to bring it up and rotate to that right side, keeping my eyes on that hand. Bend to the left side. Return back down. Alternating right and left side. We want to keep kind of like a moderate pace on this one. So we don't want to go flying fast, but we don't want to go so slow that we're losing that elevated heart rate either.
Exhale as you bring that hand weight up over your head. And inhale as you return.
Depending on your mobility, you may only be able to get about yay high, which is totally all right. Again, we want you to do the best that you can. Whatever your full range of motion looks like on this move, we want you to give it.
That's right.
Control that arm as it comes back down as well. and really focus on keeping that core engaged. Make those ab muscles rotate on every rep. And we only have 10 more seconds here. That's it. Come on, we're keeping the pace up. Almost there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. No hand weights for the next one. A little compound move. This is another one that's going to work that mind-muscle connection. It's called a Nordic skier. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's get that right leg back into a staggered stance. I'm going to place my right straight arm up and my left straight arm back. Now at the same time, I'm going to bring my right arm down, right knee up, left arm up. Return. Repeat. So it's a little bit of a dance here. Might take you a repetition or two to get the feel for it, and that's all right, especially if it's your first time performing this one. And again, you can feel those ab muscles engaging and twisting as those arms alternate, and as we use those ab muscles to draw that knee up and in. Keeping our breath, keeping that pace up. Nice straight back.
Come on, tribe.
It's also working that lead leg. I'm sure I don't have to tell
yeah,
you. You're
is.
starting to feel it. We're going to switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side now. So left leg back, left arm up, right arm back, and go. That's it. This one's working multiple muscle groups. Again, another functional move we have here for you today. Not only improving our core strength, but also our cardiovascular abilities, burning some calories, working some accessory muscle groups, getting a lot of work in a short period of time today. Come on, let's go. Not much left.
Come on, tribe. Push through.
Come on, let's go. 10 seconds, that's it. How many can you get in this 10 seconds? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're both gonna grab our hand weights. Next up, we have what's called a hook punch. So again, stay in light, doesn't take much, or you can just use your body weight, just your hands. Feet are shoulder width apart. We're gonna bring our hands up to our chin. I'm gonna start with my right hand. I'm gonna bring my elbow up, rotate, punch. Left hand, rotate, punch. Again, you notice that I'm rotating from that core. It's not shoulders, right? I'm actually pivoting with my outside foot, bringing that elbow up, using my hips and my core to help get power. You don't have to be a professional boxer. Don't worry about what your punch looks like right now. As long as you're getting that core engaged, you're doing what you should be right now.
That's right. Upper body work and some footwork going in there too to kind of keep your brain on its toes.
Yeah, like we said, we like to get some sneaky extra work into these. As that time of the workout starts to get tough, you gotta remind yourself what it is that made you hit that play button today. It's gonna be that motivator that gets you through to the end.
That's right.
We're here with you, tribe. Thousands, maybe millions of you at home doing this same workout, feeling that same burn, working just like you. We're in it together. You're not alone. Let's go. Last 10 seconds. Big power right to left. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Whew.
One hand weight for the next one if you're using it. Again, body weight is perfectly acceptable as well. We're gonna do a stagger diagonal chop. So I'm gonna get into a staggered stance, right leg is back, grabbing onto both sides of that hand weight. I'm gonna start by going down into my right. Now, I'm gonna chop up diagonally over my left shoulder. So it's almost like I'm trying to throw this hand weight up over my outside shoulder. So I come down into that back leg and I chop up and over that outside shoulder.
Get your breath right. As you come down, inhale. As you move backwards in that diagonal chop, make sure you exhale.
That's it. And shouldn't just be all shoulders here, right? Notice how we're getting that core involved on the way down and the way up.
That's right.
Another functional move here.
Keep it engaged the whole time.
Working on multiple planes. We only have 10 more seconds on this side. Let's go. Come on. Keeping that pace up. Like I said, hard and fast today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side. So let's switch left foot back now, starting on that left side and throwing that weight over our right shoulder. Of course, not really throwing it right. You want to put a hole in your wall.
Don't do that.
Hold on tight. Again, abs are engaged throughout. Deliberate breathing, not holding your breath. And let's work right here. Come on.
Show us what you got.
Only thing standing in between you and your goals are that work that needs to be put in to get there. And you're putting in that work right here, right now. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, I'm feeling it. It burns so good. We're feeling it too, tribe. We only have 10 more seconds here. Come on, how many can you get?
That's it.
Fighting to the end. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice work. And that is it. Nice work, Claudia.
Nice work to you and you.
Nice work out there, HASfit tribe. It is time for our cool down. And the purpose of our cool down today is to allow our heart rates to come down nice and slowly. And at the same time, this is time of the workout where we get some added mobility, flexibility, stretching in. On that note, our first one is going to be a one leg hip hinge hand start on our hips. I'm going to put my right straight leg out on that heel, a little bend in that back leg, and I'm going to bend over, hinge at my hips, putting that almost like I'm driving my hips to the wall behind me, and I'm just going to hold here. So the depth that you go down is going to be completely dependent on your flexibility level. We want to feel a good stretch in that whole back leg, but you want to be able to maintain a nice flat back.
Right. So your range of motion may just be right here.
That's it. So don't sacrifice and be like, oh, look how far down I am. Well, your back's all rounded, so that's not working.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. No, we want to feel that good stretch in our hamstring, calf, glute. They got a lot of work today. And we're just holding here. Big deep breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up nice and slowly. Same thing on the opposite side now. Very good. Nice straight leg. And then again, sitting back into it. Back stays straight. Head stays in line with that spine the best that you can. And again, feeling that stretch all down that leg.
And you may even feel that one side is tighter than the other. Maybe you can go a little further down on your left side, but not your right, and that's completely normal.
And this is what we would consider a static stretch. So we're sitting here holding. Anytime we do a static stretch, we're going to get to about 85, 90% of our full range of motion. We want to feel a good stretch, but don't force it where you're feeling pain. And 3, 2, 1. Come on up nice and slowly. Next up, we have a bent over rotation. Let's start with our feet shoulder width apart, bend on our knees, breaking at those hips. We're going to bend over in a 45-degree angle. Arms are straight down. I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to rotate to my right side and keep my hands or my eyes on that hand. Now return back to square. Same thing with the left arm. Keeping my eyes on that left hand as it rotates up and return back down. Not a race on this one. Nice and controlled.
We definitely don't want you to get dizzy and lose your balance. So just go at a pace that's comfortable for you and open up at a pace that's comfortable for you as well.
You might find that you can only get about, let's say, this high up and you have to return back down. That's okay. We're going to come back, repeat this routine, keep getting better. And every time you perform this move, you have to rotate just a little bit more. This one is going to stretch your chest, shoulders, back, that mid-back and thoracic spine. Great compound stretch here. Our shoulders got a lot of work in today. This is a great one to help restore them. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Speaking of getting a lot of work in today, our quads definitely got a lot of work in today. Next up, we're going to do a standing quad stretch.
I'm going to pull out a chair for this one just to help with my balance.
And so for my variation, I'm going to do it on my own. You decide what's most appropriate for you. We're both going to reach back, grab our right foot or ankle, keep that knee in close to our side. And just to help me keep balance, I'm going to put my opposite arm up. What is it, Claudia, you always say about finding a focal point?
Find a focal point so you don't lose your balance. Well, it helps you maintain your balance.
That's it. And so what does that mean?
So if you feel a little shaky, it just really helps you focus and concentrate on one particular stationary item.
That's it. So just put your eyes, lock them on one thing. Don't be looking around the room right now. Try your best to keep that knee in, tight to your side. And we're just holding here. Big deep breaths for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Very good. All right, same move. Opposite leg now. Again, reaching back. And if you can't quite reach that foot or ankle, you can grab a towel, a band, something to help you grab onto on this one. Big deep breaths. And again, don't be alarmed if one side's a little tighter than the other. Completely normal. Mine actually vary from side to side just during the course of a week, depending on the workouts that I've had. Let's do this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Next up, we are going to do a hands behind the head chest stretch. So as the name implies, I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to place them behind my head. Now with good posture, I'm going to pull back on my elbows. I almost want you to pretend like maybe I'm behind you and I gently pulling back on your elbows, right? So pulling them back, opening that chest and shoulders up. Sternum comes forward, keeping good posture. And again, this is just a static stretch, so we're just going to hold here. A few more deep breaths. And a moment of encouragement for me to remind you how awesome you are for showing up and putting in the work today. A million things you could have done with the last 30, 40 minutes. But instead, you showed up, you got your workout in, and you should be proud of yourself for it. Let's hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that is it.
That's a wrap.
Shake it loose.
Shake it, shake it.
And we're feeling good. We are so grateful that you decided to come work out with us today. Thank you so much for that. And did you know that you can get even faster results by following a complete exercise program?
Those programs can be found on our HASfit app, which you can download onto your iPhone or Android, but you can also find those programs on HASfit.com.
You can also stop by our store, pick up a HASfit shirt, or our diet guide, Eating for Life.
Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channels.
I'm Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.